I went to my GF's parents for Thanksgiving and it went horribly. We've been dating for over a year and I've met her parents a few times, but just things like dinners. They live 4 hours from us, and this was going to be the first holiday we spent together, her parents, her younger brother and younger sister. We drove down Thanksgiving morning and were going to spend the night there, then a few days at a resort. Her parents are blue-collar and church-going. I teach high school math. A bit of a cultural difference. My GF made me promise not to get into a discussion with her dad on politics or religion. I was fine with that. I'm not going to change his mind. Her dad never hid the fact that he didn't respect me. He kept making comments about teachers indoctrinating students, Common Core, and other nonsense. No reason to get in a fight, I'm sure that's what he wants. I mostly ignored him, but he never let up. He was a total ass. Everyone was uncomfortable, and her family avoids confrontation with the dad. My GF and her mom tried to change the subject, but they never stood up to him. I was done with his shit and told my GF she could say something or I would be more than happy to. She begged me not to make a scene. So I didn't. I went upstairs, packed up, thanked everyone and left. I told my GF she should stay and get her parents or brother to drive her home. We don't live together. I went on to the resort and enjoyed my weekend. My GF has been trying to apologize, but when I asked what she said to her dad when I left and what he said, she still never confronted him. He never took responsibility. Sounds like he continued to insult me after I left. I've never seen her so avoidant. She's only like that around her dad. Her only solution seems to hope that he'll eventually lighten up. Update: I went to my GF's parents for Thanksgiving and it went horribly. I appreciated all the comments. A significant number of comments said I shouldn't ask nor expect her to stand up to her dad, so I didn't. I also don't want to break up with her, but we're setting expectations and she can decide if she can live with them. I wanted to respond to some comments but the post got locked before I had a chance. I started by apologizing for leaving her and not continuing our vacation as planned. She also apologized for not leaving with me Thursday night. She wasn't mad I left, she knew I was frustrated with him and the promise I made to her. However, she was hoping things would be better in the morning. She ended up spending the weekend with her family. She wanted to spend time with her brother, sister, and mom. One promising comment she said is they basically ignored and excluded her dad from everything they did that weekend. I asked if her dad physically abused her or her mom. She was really taken aback by this. She got a little upset at me and said he would never lay a hand on his family. She asked why I'd even ask, and I said her family was so reluctant to stand up to him, even going as far as asking me to promise not to, that I thought they might be afraid he'd react physically. She said that's just how he is, but he's gotten worse the last few years. He thinks his family shouldn't question or criticize him, especially not in his own home. We set clear boundaries. I will never go to his house again if that's his attitude, unless things change drastically. If they want to visit in the future it will be at my house, or if we get to that point, our house. I won't ignore or defer, though. I asked if she would be okay having little or no contact in the future if his behavior continues. She was very reluctant to promise that and feels he'll eventually change his attitude. I told her she doesn't have to ask him to apologize or even pretend to like me, but it's all in his court and depends completely on how he acts. She won't stand up to him, so I'm taking it out of her hands and doing it myself. I don't care if I ever see them again. We're spending Christmas with my family. They absolutely love her and she has a good relationship with my mom. My parents live close and my GF is becoming my mom's favorite. I think my mom is starting to like her more than me. Our parents haven't met each other. They wouldn't put up with his crap. A lot of people criticize me for my blue-collar, church-going comment. I was trying to stay in the rules of the sub and not discuss politics. What I should have said is he sounds like every other extremist media junkie parent who repeat the same anti-vax, conspiracy nonsense nearly verbatim. Fake Christians who misinterpret the Bible to bully LGBTQ kids and ban books, is that a better background? I put up with that garbage and personal attacks and didn't respond because my GF specifically asked me not to argue, plus he wants to play the victim, wants to pretend everyone looks down on him. I can't say shit to my students' parents either. Do I think I'm better than blue-collar workers? No. Do I think I'm better than damn idiots uncritically repeating whatever's been pumped into their brain? Yes. That's where we're at. I understand my girlfriend's family dynamics. I'm not mad at her anymore. I am a little disappointed, not gonna lie. She's a product of her upbringing and unlike to change. Fortunately, she's not like that in the rest of her relationships.